Good morning, friends and neighbors. At the home of Jeffro and Sheri Easter here this morning. As most of you know, I started my weight loss journey April the 4th. What's today's date? I ain't even looked. 15th maybe? So here I am. Yesterday morning weighed in 199.9. Y'all, look. Friends and neighbors. That's getting her done. That's getting her done. So I'm excited. I've heard all kind of stuff from, oh, don't get too skinny. Oh, don't gain it back. Oh, your neck looks wrinkled. Oh, look. You know what, friends and neighbors? I feel better than I felt in 30 years. I can get down on the floor now and play with my grandbabies and not have a problem getting back up. I tell you, I was so big. How big were you? I was so big, if they told me to haul butt, I had to make 2 trips. That's a big old boy right there. So what happened this week, we had an incredible time with our dear friends the Freemans in Pensacola, Florida, celebrating Ronnie Joyce's 90th birthday. That happened on Friday. So Bradley Parsons, hats off to Bradley. He really stepped up and helped me out this week, driving half the mileage of a probably 2,600 mile trip from Friday to Monday. So we got on the road and 600 miles from Georgia here to Pensacola, and everything went great. Then we got to Pensacola to Virginia, had a wonderful time in Pennington Gap. New friends up there. Tony and all the folks at Pennington Gap was amazing, full house. And then we went over to Jefferson, I think that's where you pronounce it, up near Washington, D.C., for the revival. We've done it about 4, 5, 6 years in a row. Got to see Joyce Yoder Randolph. She was our babysitter for years, one of Morgan's first babysitters. But anyway, so coming home, I felt like I was going to reach my goal this week. Didn't know it would be Monday morning. Because most people do diets, you know, on the road, you don't weigh in on a Monday morning. So I was coming in, and Bradley was driving. I'd already drove it right at 300 miles, and Bradley was ready to drive his 300 miles to get us home. We made it south of Charlotte, and I heard, bada, 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 bada. I thought, oh, no. Bradley's done fell asleep, ran off the road, wreck. It's a wreck, da-da-da-da. Sure enough, I went out here, friends and neighbors, and look what happened. Yep. That there's called a blowout. You see how that tire is bent? That's not reusable. So thanks to Jason Clark. Jason Clark called me in 2020 and said he had 4 of those wheels. For those that don't know, that wheel there's oddball. The one in front of it's a regular 315 tire. That tire back here is a 365 with an extra wide wheel. So nobody has those. So Jason Clark had 4 of them. Ricky Gooch, I call Ricky. Ricky always calls me, you know, Ricky Gooch Peck. That's Karen's husband. He always calls and checks on me, or I call and check on him every week. And I told him, Ricky's talks more country, I do. Well, what about them tires Jason Clark had? You think he still got them? Sure enough, Jason Clark pulled through. But the real Mac Daddy for me was my brother Rabbit. He was off. For those that know my brother Rabbit, he's on tour with my boy Josh. Both of them are on tour with Morgan Wallen. And Josh is actually in Boston today. And Rabbit didn't have to make that trip, so he was at home. I called Rabbit at 5 o'clock, and by 5:20, my brother Rabbit was on the road going to Jason Clark's house, which is only 20 miles from his house, to pick up those 2. I bought 2 of those 4 tires that Jason had. And so they're over here in the back of my truck. I'll show you that. If I lose you, I'll come back. Sometimes I get away from my Wi-Fi and it loses. But there's the wheels and tires. Got those from Jason. So Rabbit is my hero. My brother Rabbit pulled through for me. I mean, he stopped everything. Been away from his wife all those days. And Sharon, thank you for letting Uncle Rabbit, well, not Uncle Rabbit, it's my kid's Uncle Rabbit, but Sharon, your husband, you took him over, and I'm proud to say Rabbit's lost right at 25 pounds. Josh has lost 30 pounds. And so anyway, I got the wheel, getting ready to take it off. Mike McCombs, y'all met him on my Facebook the other day. He's our mayor here, and Mike will come up and put me 2 tires. I took 2 new tires off the front. So the problem with the blowout was, you know, I don't know if you know me, I try to get the mileage out of everything. Sometimes trying to get the mileage out of a 6 or 8 year old tire ain't worth it. just change it out. Just change it out. So yeah, I do have some new tires I'm ready to put on here. We're doing that today right after lunch. So my big deal is getting the bus fixed. Thank you, Rabbit, Jason Clark, Ricky Gooch, all my friends and neighbors helping to get this bus back on the road. We'll leave out tonight. We're going to Fort Worth tomorrow, just a layover to do a day. Ray and Tina Rice is going with us to help us out. Tanner Duckworth is going to play, and little John Carter, our drummer, will be with us. But we're doing that, and then we'll do Daystar taping on Thursday. Then we'll do the Gaither concert in Tulsa Friday, Saturday. Then we'll do Missouri. So that's that week coming up, and we're getting ready the 1st of September to fly to Ireland. We're flying to London for about 3 days, then we're going to go to Ireland. So I bet y'all getting tired just hearing the schedule. So there you go. But my weight loss, y'all, I am so proud that I reached my goal, which is 199. I weigh 260 pounds. I've lost 60 pounds now. Thank you to Judy and Scott Whitener. They are my coaches. Little things like I was in Walmart the other day and it said sugar-free ginger ale. Man, I bet I can have that. I text Judy, hey, can I have a sugar-free ginger ale? No, the aspartame and blah, 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 blah. So I'll be honest, I was pretty aggravated when I had to put those ginger ales back on the shelf. But because I put the ginger ales back on the shelf, I reached my goal weight on Monday morning. 199.9. I got the digital scale that says, congratulations, you've reached your goal. And so for all my friends and neighbors been supporting me, thank you so much. And for my car, my Andy Griffith car is what the goal was, to get it finished. I did finish the Andy Griffith car, but I messed the transmission up driving it without gear oil in it. So that's my fault. I own it. You mess up, you need to own your mistakes. So I got my transmission. I just sent it up. There's a place called Kentucky Clutch. Those folks are amazing. They're going to rebuild my pressure plate, my flywheel, and my clutch. And the sweetest people in the world. And literally, he said, we'll have it done within an hour. So if I was driving through, you could get it worked on. So if y'all have any old cars with clutch or pressure plate or flywheel problems, Kentucky Clutch, just south of Louisville. They are amazing. I highly recommend them. So here we are. Congratulations to me. Yes, yes, yes. I will rejoice and be glad. So what happened, I guess, you know, my day was going to be kind of messed up with that wheel. And, oh, I think that just let go of something right there. But I don't crawl under my bus. But anyway, we're getting ready to change this wheel out, take the wheel off, get ready for Mike, come up here and put me new tires and be ready to roll. And so there you go. We probably won't do Facebook Live tonight because we're leaving at 7 o'clock heading to Texas. So I'll do some Facebook Lives all this week during and having a good time. So thank y'all for all your comments. Thank you for all your nice comments. I don't thank you for all your unkind comments because I don't pay no attention to them. And y'all, I can't help if people, I know a lot of times people get on here and ask you to be my friend. They'll say stuff like, oh, you got a wonderful profile. Can we be friends? We're not friends. We don't do that. And if I see that going on, multiple comments, I delete those because they're scammers, and I don't like that on our page. I do go back and try to look at this, but when you get thousands of comments, it's hard to read them, catch them all. But David Pearson and my girl Taylor, she looks out after that stuff too to help me. Hey, from South Africa. South Africa, I've lost 60 pounds. I feel amazing. And so